Okay, now it's the time to see Azure Synapse Notebooks actually. We have seen Azure Synapse SQL, we have seen Synapse Studio, we have seen Synapse Pipeline, as well as just now in the previous video you have seen Synapse Link also. The last and the final part of Synapse Studio is actually Synapse Notebooks. Now you can see right now there are multiple ways to create notebooks here actually. First, I can go to this develop section, and when I go to the develop, like I can create my SQL scripts, I have an option to create a notebook here. But actually before I create a notebook, I have to create something which is known as Apache Spark Pull. These notebooks are very similar conceptually to your Databricks notebook. Actually work-wise, both are having so many similarities because both are based on Spark. Both can support various languages like Python, Scala, and in this case, these notebooks of Synapse can support C# also. Now, when you have this kind of similarities, there is one thing which is also common, like normally Databricks notebooks were working based on your Databricks cluster. Here, the Synapse notebooks are going to be working based on something which is known as Synapse Pull. So before you create a notebook actually, let's go back to your Azure portal. As you can see here, I do not have any Apache Spark Pull, but in order to run any notebooks, I need to create one. So let's click on New Apache Spark Pull. I'm going to provision one Spark Pull. Let's say the name of the Spark Pull I'm giving Maruti SPRK Pull 1. This is going to be my Spark Pull 1. It's asking me, do I want to enable isolated compute? Well, if I want some dedicated isolated computes, then I can enable this thing. But I don't want this right now. Also, this is a facility which is not available in all the subscriptions. So there are chances in your subscription isolated compute will not be available. So let's not go with that. I can select my node size and node size family, which is nothing but my virtual machine size actually. To simplify the virtual machine size and compute, they have given sizes here which is very similar to t-shirt size. We have small, medium, large, extra large, and double XL kind of things. I'm going to go with the small size pool right now, which is going to have auto scale. Well, no, I do not want auto scale. I want a manual scaling, and then let's say I want to go with the minimum number of nodes, which is actually 3. Remember, the maximum number of nodes which you can create here is 200. I'm going with the 3 nodes, which is minimum, and it's showing me that this is going to have estimated price per hour, which is going to be 119 INR, which is fine for me. I'm going with this configuration. I'm going to click on this next section, which is having additional settings. I do not want to change anything, but same like the termination period kind of thing. Here we have automatic pausing. Like if you're not using your Spark Pull continuously, after few minutes it will be paused, and then when it is paused, it's not going to cost you. We have a version options for Apache Spark, Python, Scala, and whatever languages and architectures which are supported by Spark Pull. We have one very important topic here, Delta Lake. The 1.2 version of Delta Lake is also supported with the Spark Pull, which we are going to figure out in the next module of this course, and it's one of the very interesting thing. But yeah, this is all we have here. We are not going to change anything. I'm going to click on Review plus Create. And if the validations are passed, I'm just going to start deployment of this Apache Spark Pull. This Spark Pull with this 3 nodes which I have configured will be useful to run my notebooks. And while this is going on, let's see how we can create a notebook. So this is going on here. In the Synapse Studio, I am going to specify that I can create a new notebook. Now you have 3 options here. You can choose this new notebook kind of option, and it's going to create a new notebook without a second. And you can see right side I have a notebook name. On the top it's asking me that you want to attach to which particular pull. My Spark Pull is not ready right now. It's under provisioning, so it's not coming here, but very soon it will come. And these 4 languages are actually supported. I can choose one of them and I can write it. Same like your Databricks cluster, you can add markdowns, you can add the code directly here inside the cells. And then if you want to run all the cells, you're going to click on run all. And if you want to run particular cells, you can click on run cell particularly like this. When I have this kind of cell, every cell is going to have piece of logic. This kind of multiple cells or multiple markdowns I can add. If I want to arrange this thing, I can just specify some configurations here, and then I can just move certain things, customize certain things as per my configuration. Now, in spite of writing some code in this notebook from scratch, I am going to do two things. First, there are two options here actually. First thing is here, I can click on this plus icon and I can import my existing notebooks actually. Like you can do export import in the Databricks notebooks also. Here also you can have import and export kind of options. And let me do one thing. Let me go to my particular folder quickly, which is Azure Synapse. And then from that, I am going to take one of my Spark transformation kind of notebook, which I want to import here. You can see this is the same notebook which I have imported in my Databricks classes actually. And you can see this is going to have the same kind of almost 23 cells inside that. Each cell is actually showing me that what exact configurations I have done in this. Now this Spark transformation are having Spark based configuration inside that, and the code wise, whatever code we have written in those Spark transformations will work as it is same here. Let me see if my Spark pool is deployed. Yes, it is deployed. I can click on the Spark pool. I can select my Spark pool here. And then once I select my Spark pool, if I want to run this notebook, all I have to do is I have to click on run all. When I click on run all, initially this is going to take some time. To connect to my Spark pool, to create a session for this one, this is going to take some time. So you can see that this is initiated and the timer is started. But this is not the time taken by executing this one particular cell. This is the time taken to start the session. So please wait for a few minutes while your session starts. Once session is started, once your pool is connected with this notebook, then only this is going to start executing this thing. And after that, all these executions are just matter of some fraction of seconds only.
Hey guys, sorry for interruption. My name is Maruti and I'm here to make a very important announcement. I hope you are liking our videos and you're doing a continuous learning with us on an Azure Cloud and AI related topics. If you are enjoying this thing, I'm going to announce skilltech.club, which is our upcoming website, which is going to be launched very soon. We are here to tell you one thing, that everyone who is a subscriber of this particular channel will get Azure Cloud and Azure AI related certification courses free of cost in skilltech.club. So you will be a part of the skilltech.club kind of a membership automatically free of cost. And everyone who's a subscriber of this particular channel will get those benefits which are available in that. So what are you waiting for? I request you to please subscribe to this channel and share it with your friends and families if they are also interested in Azure Cloud and AI learning. That's it from my side. Now you can carry on with your learning. Thank you.
You can see now it's showing me that my session is ready. It took almost 2 minutes. I fast forwarded that. And this first cell itself is actually running from last 3 minutes, 4 minutes now almost. Let's wait. Now it is actually starting the execution of the cells and it's going to go one by one. Let's wait for the cells to be executed. Yeah, you can see this is done now. And it took almost 4 minutes to start the session and initiate this thing. Now the second cell is taking 7-8 seconds. It's going to execute the code. Job executions are done. It's actually creating 2 executors. Job execution is in progress. It is actually executed by 2 executors which are using 8 cores. It is visible here. 20 seconds are passed for this particular section. Then the next one is done in 1 second, then moving down 1 second, 1 second. These all things are actually executed in 1 seconds actually. It's very super fast. And if I progress this thing, this is something which is like is going to be executed with the same kind of a pace. Now, I do not want to go through this full notebook right now, but yeah, this is something like this, that this particular notebook is actually running right now. It's going to done. You can see everything is executed. Okay, all the cells which are there inside this are executed within a few seconds actually. All 23 cells are done. Once this is done, it's like this particular notebook is successfully executed. The same code, you can compare this notebook code. This is the same code which was available in our Databricks notebook. We have imported here and it's working fine. Here's the only difference which is here is this is actually my different extension kind of notebook. You will find this notebook in the course. Okay, so exactly after this video, you are going to have the notebook which you can use and import. Exactly after this video, you will find this notebook which you can import and you can use the same way I did here. Now, other than this notebook, I also want you to guide in Azure Synapse. Microsoft has given you one very useful section which is known as Gallery. You can see here when I click on the plus icon, we have Browse Gallery section. This browse gallery section is going to give you lots of ready-made notebooks here. You can also have a look at SQL scripts and the pipeline templates which they have given here. Lots of useful things are there. I personally request, if possible, go through this notebook section. You can filter your choice of languages here, and then there are a couple of useful notebooks which are available here which are actually giving you lots of insight. Like you can use this one using Azure Open Dataset in Synapse, or you can use a simplest notebook in the PySpark. Like let me select only PySpark here. In spite of choosing the language, I'm selecting only one language here. And maybe I want to go with creating a managed Spark table. If you want to kickstart your journey in the notebook kind of section, you can just click on one of the notebook like this, click on continue. You can see whatever managed Spark table they want to create here using Spark SQL are actually mentioned here. And it's just a very simple, straightforward notebook with 3-4 cells inside that. You can click on open notebook. You can attach it with your Spark pool, and then you can use the same way I did here. Thank you.